Hello everybody, welcome to this video where we're gonna be discussing the Steam Deck. You probably will hear this name a lot during this month, February 2022, because it's coming out on the 25th. Because of this, people might have some questions. What is the Steam Deck? Why I should be excited about it? How does it compare to consoles or PCs or something? We're gonna answer some of these questions. There are some misconceptions out there about what the Steam Deck is, and hopefully I can help you out with clearing some of these questions that you might have. Alright, so let's go and start with what is the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck is basically a laptop in the shape of a handheld. You can do everything that a laptop can, and the Steam Deck will come with an OS designed for this device. Alright, still you have the option of deleting this OS and installing Windows if you want. Like I said, it's a laptop. So you see that comparing this device to a Nintendo Switch, it doesn't really equal. They're like totally different. It's like comparing a PlayStation with a desktop. Sure, you can play games, but there are totally different environments, right? You have different capabilities and different games, different exclusives and all of this, right? It's not gonna be the same. So what is this OS that the Steam Deck has? Basically, if you have ever played on Big Picture on Steam, which is a little button that you can click and then control it with your controller, it's something like that. It's gonna be something that is easy to control and maneuver, and it doesn't have much problem, right? And what Valve is trying to do with a lot of games is getting them ready so they are optimized for the Steam Deck. So you might be able to go to the store on Steam and see if they are optimized or not. That doesn't mean that because one game is optimized and the other is not, it doesn't mean that one can play and the other cannot. All the games on Steam will be able to be played on the Steam Deck. That's one huge advantage about it. Also, it has been said that any other platforms will also be able to play. So if you have an Epic Store account, or Uplay, or Battle.net, or all of this, you should be able to play these games as well in there. Basically, whatever a PC can do, you can do it on the Steam Deck. That's what they have said, and that's what I hope as well. Alright, so the cool thing about the Steam Deck is that it has a USB-C port on it. You can basically plug anything you want in there. They have announced that there will be an official hub port, whatever they call it. So potentially, you will be able to connect a monitor, a keyboard, a mouse, and act like it's a full desktop, basically. Just plug it in there, and you're good to go. And that's pretty cool. Think of the capabilities that this can have. This doesn't mean that you need to buy the official hub. You can just plug anything that you have USB-C, if that makes sense. Also, as for performance, how will it do? How will the Steam Deck do? From what I've seen, people testing it, my estimation is that anything after 2016 or so, AAAs, might not do that well. Anything before that, probably it's gonna be okay, 720p, 60 FPS, or even 1080p, 60 FPS, if you put it on a monitor. They have talked also that the Steam Deck is able to output 4K, which I'm guessing is for very specific instances, because I don't see how any modern game will perform at 4K, 60 FPS, or even 30 FPS from a handheld laptop. But yeah, let's keep expectations in check. I'm not gonna be having these unrealistic hopes about it. Which brings me to this point, to my next point. Why am I excited about the Steam Deck? As silly as it sounds, I'm excited to play in my bed, right there. Before going to sleep, I always thought like how cool it would be to play Stardew Valley. I thought about playing on my phone, but it's not the same. Having your thumbs on the screen, I can never get used to gaming on a phone, so I never really got into it. And you know, most of the games on phones are pay to win, so I'd rather not get involved in that. What I really thought about getting is a Switch, a Nintendo Switch, and play those games in there. The thing, in my opinion, about the Nintendo Switch is that you are not paying only for the system, which might be 300 euros, for example. You are also paying for each game a Nintendo price. You get a Nintendo tax, which I think at this point everybody knows what it is, right? Each game never lowers in value. Maybe they will discount 20 euros here and there or dollars, but overall, I will say that the price tag of a Nintendo Switch is not only what you see in the store. It's all the games that you wanna play, and in the end makes a huge cost. In my case, I would like to play things like Super Mario, Zelda Breath of the Wild, and what else? Not much else really, right? So for me, in the end, the Nintendo Switch was not an option. Then when they announced the Steam Deck, I thought, this is amazing, because how many games I have on Steam? I have over 1,000 games on Steam. So this means that all the games, all the saves, cloud capabilities that I already have on my Steam account are gonna carry on to the Steam Deck. I'm gonna be able to play on my bed, and then next day I can keep playing on my PC. This is amazing to me. I can go on a trip and my progress will be saved anyway, right? The capabilities of this device for me really outweighs the price. So I'm very happy with getting it. And speaking of traveling, sometimes I go on a vacation and I still stream. I bring my laptop, my microphone, some other stuff, capture card and whatnot, and I stream retro, for example, right? Because with a laptop you cannot get away with much else. So the Steam Deck, if I bring it with me, it will open a whole new world of streaming on the go while I travel. I know this might be a little bit of a niche reason to get the Steam Deck, but still, think about carrying the Steam Deck with you on a plane and just chilling, or in a hotel after you are done with some business or whatever. Anything. When you are far from home, you bring your Steam Deck and you get to play the same saves that you had at home. I think that's amazing. I think that's a very strong point. Or not even traveling, you can just go on your commute, your daily commute, your bus, your subway, and still play normally, right? I think that's pretty cool. Alright, and another good reason to get a Steam Deck, I believe, it's because right now in 2022, it's very hard to get your hands on a GPU, on trying to build a PC by yourself. And the prices of these devices are not that expensive, honestly. If you think about it, 500 euros, what can you get nowadays? A PC or a laptop for 500 euros that has this power? I cannot think of anything, honestly. So I would say it's kind of a good deal if you can get your hands on one. I know it's sold out in a lot of stores around the world. I think in Spain, where I'm from, it got sold out after a few days, and I'm consider myself lucky to even have a pre-order. My pre-order is set for the second quarter of 2022. And like I said, this handheld laptop is gonna be released on February 25th, 2022. And some people might get it as soon as it gets released. Those are the lucky ones. Alright, so lastly, I would like to reiterate this point about comparing the Nintendo Switch and the Steam Deck. I feel they are totally different. I don't know if you have noticed, but I keep seeing these Twitter posts of people battling between the Nintendo Switch versus the Steam Deck. Oh my god, Nintendo Switch is dead after the Steam Deck is released. I don't think that's gonna be the case, because as I said earlier, they are totally different platforms. And Nintendo is gonna be fine, because they got Mario, they got Luigi, they got Link, they got Kirby, I guess. I don't know, I haven't played those in a while. You know, they got all these characters that they cannot be anywhere else. Of course, as some of you know, a PC can emulate, right? So still you will be able to play all games like the SNES and all of this, Nintendo 64 on the Steam Deck. That's a huge advantage as well. But the newer exclusive ones, like think Breath of the Wild 2, it's not gonna be able to be played on the Steam Deck initially, I will assume, because emulation is crazy. So I would say that Nintendo Switch is still safe. They shouldn't worry. If you have stocks on Nintendo Switch and that's why you protect them so harshly, then you are safe, man. Don't worry, your stocks will be okay. Just let people be happy with what they buy, right? At first, when the Steam Deck got announced, honestly, I couldn't help but compare them, the two of them. But soon I realized that I shouldn't do this. This type of devices, they have been around for a while, actually. If you can see over here, there are multiple devices that you can buy right now if you want. It's just this is the first time that an actual big company like Valve is getting their hands in developing one. So that's why that's a reason to be excited about. Who knows? In the future, we might get more. You guys remember the PSP, the Vita? Who knows? Maybe these big companies, they might think, maybe we should get our hands in this market as well. I think my predictions for the Steam Deck is that it's gonna be a success. Some people say that Valve is kind of cursed when it comes with hardware. Everything that they have released, it has disappeared, like the Steam controller or the Steam Link. Like, where have those gone? But I think Valve is doing something good here. At least I will try it out. Like I said, I already have my pre-order. So for sure, I will let you know here when I get it. I will do an unboxing. I will show some games. Maybe even test it on stream. That could be cool. I'm excited to see what you guys think about the Steam Deck. And if you don't mind checking me out on Twitch, we could discuss about that. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye bye bye.